Over the next 2 days, we are going to be driving over 600 miles all the way around Olympic National Park.
We are Preston and Peyton, and at the beginning of 2022, we moved into our 39-foot fifth wheel with our 2 dogs, Zinc and Echo, to start traveling the U.S. full-time. We are so excited to share with you the adventures that we find next. We are on the road and headed north, but before we get too far into this crazy road trip, let me break down this idea a little bit for you. So, as we said in our last video, we are staying on the southeastern side of the park, which is close to the Hood Canal at this beautiful campground that we totally love. And we got to explore Olympic National Forest last weekend because it's much closer to where we're staying. But Olympic National Park has tons of iconic spots, but they're all on the northern side of the park and like the northwestern side of the park, which obviously puts us in a bind because it's the exact opposite of where we're staying. So we have collected the top spots to go see in that area, and over the next few days we are going to try our very best to hit all of them. Crescent, which technically was going to be our second stop. Unfortunately, we couldn't go to Hurricane Ridge, which I hear is really beautiful. It has like sweeping view of mountains, but it's really foggy or smoky, we're not sure, so visibility is really bad today. So it would have been an hour up into the mountains, and we just didn't think it was worth it, so we unfortunately had to skip that. But we came to Lake Crescent, and it's beautiful. All of the lakes up here are so stunning, so I'm just gonna look around.
We are officially in Olympic National Park for the first time. We're headed towards Duc, and there's a little turnoff here, and there's massive trees here with a little, I don't know, creek. I think there's some waterfalls, but we had to turn off. I mean, look at these things. Alright, so we sat here for about 10 minutes. Fortunately, there's a sign and I figured out what's going on. The salmon that we showed earlier, they have hatched, gone all the way down to the Oregon coast, about 70 miles from where they hatched, and then late summer, early fall, they go back upstream to lay eggs. So we're watching them in the pool as they were chilling before they try and jump back up these waterfalls.
The next thing on our list to see is Duc Falls. It's just a short, like 1.6 mile hike, I think, but first we're gonna have some lunch.
Bon appetit. This is Duc Falls trailhead. Apparently there's a lot of people that like this trail, and there are some people with overnight stuff, so I guess the trails can be very long or very short. There's a lot of people here. Go find out what's up here. So there's more people here than we thought. That was because where we parked, because there was no room in the parking lot. And could be interesting.
falls are so cool. I feel like this canyon just like came out of nowhere.
So we're headed out. There were a lot of people in there, and rightfully so. It's a short drive to get here. It's a short, pretty hike. Definitely worth it if you're in the area. Go see the falls.
We're back on the highway, headed to where we think we are going to stay tonight. This is the part of the trip that gets a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, we did some research last night of free campgrounds to stay at. We just Googled it. We found a couple different websites where people have gone here before and they left GPS coordinates and then just kind of what road to stay on. But we're going to try and stay just outside the Hoh rainforest. There's a couple different options, hopefully, that maybe we can find one.
Hopefully being the keyword. Before we find out what tonight's situation is going to look like, we stopped at Rialto Beach, which was on the list for us to come see, and I have no idea what is up with all of this wood on the beach, but I mean, it is everywhere. It's everywhere that way, it's everywhere down the beach, so we're going to go over all of this and go look at the water because the waves sound huge.
Look at all these trees! Look at the size of them! The coast was cool.
That was so cool. I've been wanting to see this side of the coast like ever since we started traveling this direction. And it's exactly how I pictured it.
It was nice. It was about 20 minutes out of the way, but I still think we can find a campsite. I'm holding hope.
If we can. Woo, this is gonna be sketchy.
It's gonna get real exciting real fast. It's gonna be amazing. We got 3 neighbors over here, 1 set of neighbors over here. Dogs have freedom. We're gonna listen to the water all night. It's gonna be perfect.
We ever clearly stated that tent camping was going to be a part of this whole crazy road trip scenario, but we figure if we're going to be driving hours and hours to the other side of the park to see all these iconic locations, taking 2 days, staying overnight in the area was probably the best way to do it. So that's how we came to look for all these free campsites. We lucked out. This is absolutely beautiful, right on the water, and the dogs are going to love it, but what we didn't think about is that Zink and Echo have water and sand. And they're going to be sleeping in the tent with us. And we don't really have a way to like dry them off or clean them off. So that could get kind of gross, but I guess we'll just cross that bridge when we come to it and just roll with it. So another tent set up with Peyton. Let's go. One down, one more to go. Oh my, I am lightheaded. All right, that one is done. And if you didn't watch our overnight camping video in Yellowstone, totally should. But we came up with a pretty brilliant camping setup. So we decided we were gonna bring our yoga mats to go over these sleeping pads that we have. 1, for a little extra cushion, and 2, it kind of helps our sleeping bags from not sliding around. Because we have these really nice sleeping bags, Kelty, and they're super warm and super comfy, but they're just really slick, so the yoga mats help a lot. We have these, and then again we brought this picnic blanket just basically to put over our sleeping bags because they're super nice and we don't want Zeke and Echo getting all over them. It is time to start cooking dinner, but I just don't know if you guys can grasp how amazing this is. I mean, it's just like our own private little beach, and we have some mountains back there, but again, visibility is a little sketchy because of all the smoke or fog or whatever it is, but we were just talking that we could probably see some really good stars if, you know, all the smoke wasn't in the air, but I don't know, maybe it'll clear up, maybe we'll get lucky, but we're hungry. Dinner is served in normal camping fashion. We made hamburgers.